Kelly Smith, two co-accused found guilty of kidnapping and human trafficking. Smith, a 6-year-old girl from Saldanha Bay, South Africa, vanished on February 19, 2024. Her disappearance led to a nationwide search and a subsequent trial that has captivated the country. Here is a detailed timeline of key events. Timeline of events. February 19, 2024. Jocelyn Smith disappeared from her home in the Mid-Delpo's informal settlement in Saldanha Bay. Her mother, Raquel Kelly Smith, had kept her home from school due to illness. Smith left Jocelyn in the care of her boyfriend, Jack Annapolis. Later that day, Smith reported Jocelyn missing, initiating a widespread search involving police, volunteers, and helicopters. February 20th to 27th, 2024. Investigators discovered clothing items stained with blood in an open field in Diazville. Authorities speculated that Jocelyn might have been transported via a vessel bound for international waters. March 5th, 2024. Smith, Apollos, and two others were arrested on charges of kidnapping and human trafficking. The state later withdrew charges against one individual, Laurentia Lombard, due to insufficient evidence. Lombard subsequently became a state witness, providing critical testimony implicating Smith and the others. August 2023. According to court documents, Smith had been planning to sell her children, including Jocelyn, since August 2023. Witnesses testified that Smith had offered Jocelyn for sale to a traditional healer, seeking her eye and skin color. October 21st, 2024. The case was transferred to the Western Cape High Court for pre-trial proceedings. Charges against Lombard were formally withdrawn, and she agreed to testify as a state witness. January 31st, 2025. A pre-trial hearing was held at the Western Cape High Court. The state presented new evidence, including Lombard's testimony, which provided further details about the planned sale of Jocelyn. February 19, 2025. A year after Jocelyn's disappearance, the community of Diazville held a prayer session to honor her memory. Despite extensive searches and the arrest of several individuals, Jocelyn remained missing. May 2nd, 2025. Smith, Apollos, and Stevino Van Rhyn were convicted of kidnapping and human trafficking charges. The court heard testimonies that Jocelyn had been sold for approximately $1,000 to a traditional healer, seeking her eye and skin color. The defendants faced potential life imprisonment. The trial of Kelly Smith, her boyfriend Jack Annapolis, and their friend Stevino Van Rhyn concluded on May 2nd, 2025, with all three convicted of kidnapping and human trafficking in the case of 6-year-old Jocelyn Smith, who disappeared from Saldanha Bay in February 2024. The court found that Smith had sold her daughter, allegedly for 20,000 South African rand, approximately $1,100, to a traditional healer seeking the child for her eye and skin color. Despite extensive searches, Jocelyn remains missing. As of May 3rd, 2025, the sentencing hearings for Kelly Smith, Jack Annapolis, and Stevino Van Rhyn, the three individuals convicted of kidnapping and trafficking 6-year-old Jocelyn Smith, are scheduled to begin next week. The trio faces potential life imprisonment for their roles in the child's abduction and sale to a traditional healer, allegedly for her eye and skin color. The case has garnered significant public attention, with many community members attending the proceedings. The trial has sparked discussions about child trafficking and protection of vulnerable children in South Africa. The accused will now be held in custody for a week before sentencing procedures begin. Despite the ruling, authorities are still clueless as to the whereabouts of Jocelyn, who was 6 years old when she disappeared from her Mid-Delpo's home in Saldanha in February last year. Other developments. Kelly Smith's home burnt to the ground hours after conviction. The police are holding a woman for questioning in connection to the fire.